If you value your life, you should think twice.
Eddington is the most unlikable movie of the year, so let me tell you why I loved it. Set in May of 2020, Eddington takes place in a fictional rural community in New Mexico, where the city's elevation is higher than its population. Led by the seemingly progressive and well-liked Mayor Ted Garcia, the township values supporting one another by wearing masks in the early days of COVID-19. Though not everyone is on board with mask mandates, especially Sheriff Joe Cross, the community's representative of law and order who has an axe to grind with Garcia. Seeing an opportunity to take down his rival, Cross begins a campaign against the mayor in the upcoming election. Yet, as social injustices begin to rise, Cross finds himself lost in a sea of controversies that threaten to tear the town apart. Directed by Ari Aster, Eddington uses this small town as a microcosm for the American politics that were unraveling during the pandemic. Set at a time where social anxiety was at its highest, this certainly felt like a moment of reckoning, and Eddington is more than happy to rip off the Band-Aid to expose America's sins and stare gleefully at the bleeding.
Well, here's a quote from you. Arm yourselves.
I don't mean literal arms.
You see, everything about this film is designed to be controversial. Although it sells itself as a film that's about COVID-19 and the pandemic, the reality is that the roots go far deeper. Conversations surrounding Black Lives Matter, Me Too, Indigenous rights, white privilege, fake news, all of them are exposed with inexplicable and raw honesty in this film. And quite frankly, that's what makes it utterly compelling.
I don't trust him.
You see, Eddington could be an opportunity to offer some hope, maybe to a population that's oversaturated and scratching and clawing to find a new way forward. But Ari Aster isn't interested in simple answers, and with Eddington, he seems quite happy to watch the world burn.
You can't keep your own office going, but you're going to run mine.
You see, in Eddington, every opportunity for the townspeople to engage in conversation over these topics is, quite frankly, a minefield. And as a result, they're overwhelmed, ranging emotionally from scared to furious. Accusations are thrown around, and some are baseless and some are not. Townspeople are divided over conversations about wearing masks or racial divide. We hear that people are being accused of being part of the problem if they're not an ally in the right way. And more importantly, no one here is a hero.
There were some allegations made.
Allegations like what?
But ultimately, that's also what makes Eddington so compelling. This is a very painful look at the realizations we've had about culture and ourselves over the last few years. And Eddington also looks at the ways that the dominant culture can try to achieve equilibrium again. But Aster points the camera at us as well and asks us to pick a side. And no matter what you choose, you're not going to be comfortable with the decision.
We are in a fight against evil.
Truly, this is the sort of film that simply feels unlikable. It's ethically and emotionally brutal. The characters are so flawed that it'll leave you wondering if there's any good people left. And finding hope feels impossible.
Ted Garcia, the man is simply
Evil.
But there's something about sitting in this darkness that feels so compelling. We're not meant to like our time visiting Eddington. If anything, it's supposed to be a time of self-reflection where we look at ourselves to see where we fit in the midst of this. For that reason, I understand if people want to drive right through town, even if, to be honest, having a visit there is probably best for all of us. Eddington is in theaters on July 18th, 2025.